Hello, everybody. Today, which is March 27, 2022, we went to Julian, California. Now, every time when we go to Julian, we see some, wildlife such as deer or maybe some bluebirds, blue jays, and some other, exotic birds and what have you. This time we got lucky. Why? Because we saw three interesting uh, animals. First, we saw a herd of deer that was completely camouflaged with the grass, and I was able to capture them on film. Second, we saw a carcass of a coyote shaped size animal, which most likely was a fox, being consumed by turkey vultures. Okay, they were eating um, uh, the coyote or fox, whatever it was. And third, we saw a hawk feasting on a rat on a branch of a tree. So enjoy the footage and make sure to make a weekend family trip plan to Julian, California. This was in Cuyamaca Rancho State Park, which is in Cleveland National Forest. Okay, so here's the footage. As we were driving to go to Cuyamaca Lake, which is in Cuyamaca Rancho State Park in San Diego County, California, I noticed a herd of deer. These herd of deer were camouflaged and completely blended with the surrounding grass, and they were so invisible that I'm surprised that I noticed them. And as you can see, this is a pretty good size herd. There's about 7 or 8 deers altogether scattered around, and this beautiful wildlife, or I should say this national park, state park rather, is only like 30-40 minutes away from El Cajon city, or I should say from the San Diego metropolitan area. And you can go there and drive just a few minutes, and you will enjoy all these wild animals. You see, folks, it's something else to see the wildlife in nature. I rather see a deer roaming around in nature than to see it in the zoo behind bars. So it's a different type of enjoyment you get when you come here. Now, if you go towards the left, this road is headed to the lake. That's Cuyamaca Lake. And if you come towards the right, you will see, the road will take you to a lot of camping grounds and some historical sightseeings and other wildlife and nature preserves. And the population of deer in San Diego County has increased because their natural enemy, which is cougar or mountain lion, their population have dropped. So now it's a lot more likely that if you make a day trip to Julian, California, or Cuyamaca Lake or Cleveland National Forest, it's more likely that you will witness wildlife such as deer, wild turkeys, vultures, and more. In this clip, you have to give me credit for noticing a hawk sitting on a branch and consuming a rat which it has caught. Now, this hawk was so hidden behind the branches that even my children were surprised that I noticed it while I was driving by. These are California native hawks, and they're Cuyamaca National Park, or Cuyamaca Rancho State Park, I should say, is their hunting grounds. They hunt squirrels, rats, small rabbits, and other small mammals such as chipmunks and gophers and all that. This hawk is currently just relaxing and enjoying its catch, and this has been filmed from the car as we were driving by. So we are going to leave so we could let it finish its meal. In this clip, we came across some turkey vultures. Turkey vultures are also San Diego's native birds. These turkey vultures have spotted a dead animal carcass upon which they are feasting and they are feeding off of. And right now there are 2 turkey vultures, but if you stay here long enough, I'm sure more turkey vultures will be arriving on the scene. They have a very sharp sense of smell, and when an animal dies, they can sense it and come from miles and miles away to get a glimpse or get a taste of that dead animal. I'm not going to drive too close because that will scare them away, so I will be zooming in from a distance to film their, eating and feasting. Now, from a distance, as I'm looking at it, it appears to be a dead coyote. As you can see, this vulture is very strong because a coyote carcass is a very heavyweight, carcass. You can't just drag it and push it around unless you are a very strong bird. The turkey vultures, just like the name stands, they're as big as turkeys. So they are very strong birds. And now it looks like this vulture is not comfortable with us being too close and filming. So we are going to drive away and let it finish its feast. But it is rather really interesting to watch it in the wild. I mean, you've seen turkey vultures in the zoo eating whatever they're feeding on, whatever they feed them, but when you see them in the wild feeding off of a dead carcass, that's something else. And we got really lucky that in this trip we had encounters of multiple wildlife and natural cycles of life. As one animal dies and it becomes another animal's food. So that's the cycle of life. Okay, so the turkey vulture went away. Now I'm gonna get out of the vehicle and take a close-up shot of the dead carcass to see what kind of creature is it. Oh my God, guess what this is? It's neither a rabbit nor a coyote, it's a fox. This is a fox. I didn't know we had these foxes here in San Diego County.
We're not allowed to stop here.
This is a fox, folks. Yeah, it's a fox. And there he is, waiting to come back and continue his feast. Since the turkey vultures weren't comfortable to eat while we were parked there filming them, so we left the scene. Before leaving, we made sure to take some good shots of these vultures sitting on the branch and checking us out. This was such a magnificent scene of California's wildlife. The third animal that we saw, or I should say the fourth, was a wild turkey. Julian and Cuyamaca Rancho State Park and Cleveland National Forest in general has hundreds of wild turkeys. These turkeys are native to California and they roam around all over the Cuyamaca Rancho State Park. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more San Diego's beautiful wildlife and nature, subscribe to my YouTube channel.